Peace, peace, y'all. What is poppin'? It is your girl Tay Faye coming at you again with another magical video. Hope that everybody is feeling well, feeling swell, and doing what you have to be doing for your healing journeys. So, I really wanted to get into a quick update on how my celibacy journey is going for me. I've been having a lot of different downloads these last couple of days just on me being able to observe myself and my interactions, especially because recently, I'm just gonna be honest here. Recently, I felt a connection with someone. I felt a connection with someone, and I realized that I have this mindset that because I feel a connection with someone, that it's coming from a sexual place. And then I even look deeper into even what that means for me. Because I've been on my celibacy journey and I haven't had the desire to have sex. Now, don't get me wrong. Of course, I feel, I have the desire to have sex, but I don't have it's not a strong crave for me. And it's not something I feel like is necessary for me, because prior to me being celibate, I really had to take a step back and ask myself, well, why do you give yourself to men so easily? And when you do give yourself to men, what is your intention behind it? And then I came to the conclusion that, well, a lot of the times I would give myself to men because I felt like it was a way to be able to get them to gravitate to me. And I felt like it was a way for me to get some type of validation or make me feel good. And I realized that all of that is coming from a place of, the desire of wanting to be wanted, wanting to be loved. And it's really it has me in a different mindset now to where I can really go deeper within myself and reprogram some of the old thought patterns that I have on sex and how I view sex. And I asked myself when I had this, when I felt this connection to this person and I felt this attraction to them, because for me, in my mindset, I can be physically attracted to a person all day long, but that doesn't do anything for me. I can say, oh, he's cute, but what else? What else do you have to offer? You're cute? Okay, cool. It's a lot of attractive people in the world. What do you have to offer me? And how can you serve me in a way? What are you doing to evolve? How can I learn from you? And that is my biggest thing. And I'm big on energy. I'm very big on energy because I know what I feel. So when I felt this strong attraction to this person, I wanted to understand more of it. I wanted to understand why did I feel so strongly connected? So I was asking myself, well, maybe we have past lives together, and that's the connection that we have. Maybe, we are supposed to be doing something in this lifetime here, in this reality here, in this realm here. Maybe we're supposed to be doing some type of work together. That's why I feel this connection. And I even more so came to the conclusion that just because you feel a connection with someone does not mean that it's something that is sexual. Energy and harmonized energy, especially when you're connecting with somebody who is on the same frequency or wavelength as you, is naturally sexual. It feels sexual. And this is just the conclusion I came to for myself in my journey. But just because I feel like I'm aligned with someone doesn't mean I have to share myself with them in an intimate way. And intimacy doesn't always have to be something physical. It could be something mentally stimulating. It could be something emotionally stimulating. It could be something that's just very healing for you to be able to talk to this person and release, right? Because they make you feel so comfortable. So I really paid attention to my interaction when I had, an interaction in an interaction. When I had this interaction with them, I was really able to ask myself, okay, so what old beliefs are you still carrying about yourself? What old beliefs are you still carrying about people and their intent when it comes to you? Because when we get into these spaces, a lot of the times we don't ask ourselves, well, I wonder what their intention is when it comes to me. And a man, I'm speaking about men because I don't date women, so I'm speaking about men. A man will tell you his intention on a very subconscious level. It's very subtle. They will give you hints, but a person is going to reveal to you who they are off of one conversation. One conversation. They will reveal it all to you about who they are, what their intention would be, how they're working on themselves, how they're evolving. You can see it all if you truly pay close attention. And then you also have to pay close attention to yourself and how much energy you really give. Now, I was able to see this for myself because I've been on my celibacy journey. And now I don't need validation on the outside of myself from a man to make me feel whole, to make me feel like I'm worthy of love, especially the love I know that I deserve. I don't need that. I don't need that. And I can be more of myself. I can flow. I don't have to put on a certain mask because I'm trying to seem like I'm the perfect person for this person who I don't know. Because we do that a lot. We do that a lot where we try to fit whatever standards a person sees or wants in. And we're like, oh yeah, no, I don't. Oh no, I don't smoke weed. Whole time really smoke weed. Or yeah, I smoke weed and don't smoke weed. Or yeah, no, I love football. Don't love football. Never watch a damn sport game in your life. Stuff like that. And that's just something on a surface level, right? Because internally, we can change ourselves too. We'll start holding on to our emotions. We will start not speaking up for ourselves because we don't want to upset this person, or we don't want to seem like we're whatever type of person we are. And then we are blocked off from our emotions and feeling our emotions and going through that. And that, what does that do? Create more emotional blockages. It creates very stale and it just takes a toll on your energy, right? It takes a toll on your energy, and it takes a toll on your emotions, and you being able to release those emotions. Because that's all we have to do with emotions, is just release them. Feel them and release them. Know that we accept that we feel this way and release it. Not hold on to it. Right? So celibacy has allowed me to really take a step back and become the observer and observe myself. And know that I don't have to always be so quick to give myself, and I don't always have to be so quick to pour energy into somebody because I want them to view me in a certain way. Remember how I told y'all in a past video, stop caring about what people think about you? Yeah, that's a part of it. Stop caring about the person that you're attracted to, how they feel about you. If that person is for you, they're going to be for you. They're going to be in your life. And they're going to align with the things that you need, that is necessary for you, especially if you're on a healing journey and you're consciously aware of your healing journey. Some of us, a lot of us are on healing journeys and don't even know that we're healing. I was, prior to being on my conscious occult journey. I was on a healing journey and didn't even know I was healing. Okay, so it's possible, right? Because subconsciously, we want to heal. We want to evolve. That's just natural as a human being. Evolution. Not staying stuck in one identity. Not staying attached to just one limited belief about who you are. Because I'm even more so able to go back to my programming. My programming that I got as a child. And how love was displayed to me. My mom and dad, they did a lot of fucking. They did a lot of arguing. Right? So that was the display of how I should be receiving love from another person. I didn't have a healthy relationship role model to me in my childhood, right? And I didn't have the safety, the security, right? I didn't have the emotional stability being taught to me about how to understand and release my emotions and not be attached to anger, to sadness, to all these different things that you can feel. And especially how to give love in a healthy way. And you know, when we are programmed over and over and over that we are not worthy of the love that we desire and that we deserve, we really limit ourselves in the people that we choose. And we are so easily able to give in. I know, especially like in today's society, sex is so normalized. It's not even sacred to people. People just like, oh yeah, I'm a go get some, I'm gonna go get me some tonight. Dude's like, yeah, I mess with her, I mess with her, I mess with her. And you're not even thinking about how that's affecting you on an energetic level. You're not even thinking about how it's affecting you on a suitable level, on your suitable bodies. Nobody's aware of that. And it's just getting to a point where it's getting very toxic. And I'm really bringing this up because, I just, I see how much emphasis that we put on sex, especially in our relationships, and especially when we're attracted to somebody. We feel like because we're attracted to somebody that we have to automatically be sexual with them. And instead of getting to know somebody and slowly working your way up to know if you even like the person in the first place, because that's what happens in relationships. People meet, they feel a connection, they feel that spark energy, and then the spark easily dies down because now everybody's traumas is coming out. Everybody's shadows is showing. Because nobody talked about their intention and what they truly wanted out of the relationship or the connection. And that's how I went about it in a lot of my past relationships. I would just meet someone, feel the connection, and automatically think they were the one for me, without even considering what their intention is for me, what they have going on, how they were raised, what their mindset is. I feel like nowadays, on the first date, the first question you need to ask is, what was your childhood like? Are you cool with your mom and dad? What is your relationship like with them? Do you talk to them? Are you focused on healing? Are you focused on evolving? Are you focused on releasing? What are you focused on? What are your focuses? Because you might not even be aligned with that person. Y'all may not even want the same things out of life. But yet us women, we will be so quick to want love, to feel validated by a man. We think that that's just what we need. And that's going to solve all of our answers in life. Instead of doing some self-reflection and knowing what we really need to feel safe and secure and loved in a relationship. A lot of us don't have that understanding. We don't understand what we truly value in ourselves and how we give ourselves so much and so easily. We feel like being the best wife is being the best maid, cooking, cleaning, and cleaning up after a man. And that is not the case. That is not the case at all. You even got men out here who will create these illusions that they are one type of person. I've been watching a lot of videos lately too, and I'm gonna tell y'all this, and y'all may have seen it. I've been watching a lot of videos too where they talk about, don't tell a man what you desire in a man. Don't tell him, because when you first meet him and you telling him what you desire in a man, then he's going to just automatically show you that, oh, let me do these things for her so I can get what I want out of her. And then when she gives me what I want, I'm going to turn into the real whoever I am. So I just think that's so funny because that's exactly how it happens. You tell a man, yeah, I would love a man who does this, X, Y, Z, and the third for me. And he does those things at first, but then as soon as he get what he wants for you, or if he doesn't get what he wants from you, you start to see his shadows come out. And that's when we really need to prepare ourselves to have an understanding of setting boundaries and saying, no, this is not what I want. And no, I'm not about to continue to give you my precious, beautiful, amazing energy. And I know my energy is amazing because I know who I am, and I'm doing the work for myself and working on my emotions and working on who I am and what I'm becoming. But a lot of people don't see that for themselves. A lot of people are stuck in the same mindset because they have limited beliefs and they have a limited way of thinking. And there's nothing wrong with that. We all doing what we came here to do. We all are who we are. We all are who we need to be, right? But there's a point where you want to change and you get tired of repeating the same cycles. There comes a point where you're like, no, I don't want to deal with the same thing anymore. And I got to ask y'all to ask yourselves, are you tired of dealing with the same thing over and over and over again? Don't you want something better for yourself? But if you become so comfortable with struggle love, with just struggling in society, with just struggling with your emotions, your whole life is a struggle. And you don't know how to break free from it. It's breaking free from your way of thinking first. So that's why I had to step back and say, no, let me set boundaries with who I am and the energy that I give to other people, especially people who I'm attracted to. I can't make somebody feel like, oh, you the shit because I'm attracted to you. Okay, yeah, you cool and all, but like, what else? What else? What else is there? You know, like, and if I'm not giving you sex, then what is this relationship based off of now? What can uphold this relationship? What will the foundation of this relationship be? Because if it's sex setting the foundations for your relationships, that's not a very strong foundation. Now, is it? It's not. I don't care how good the sex is. And I know some people be like, shit. Well, all right, shit. All right. Keep living in that illusion. Keep living in it. Because when you're old and dusty and you can't pop that back like you used to, men and women, when you can't do what you used to, what do you have? What do you have? Right? And a lot of us don't even know what truly pleasures us. When I tell you, and I know I've said this in one of my past videos, when I tell you that sex is so much more than physical, it's energy. It's energy. And when you know how to build up and understand the energy in yourself, you know how to heighten and raise that energy to the highest level. You can experience pleasure on more than just the surface level of you busting a nut or you having an orgasm. It's so much more to it. Orgasms are healing, but you have to have an intention behind your orgasm. You have to have an intention behind your energetic exchange. That is a union. If you're meeting a person and you don't know what's on their mindset, what they've been through, what they're holding on to, if they have an STD, if they got 20 kids, you don't know what their situation is. So you can't expect yourself to, be rewarded just because you gave a part of yourself to somebody. You can't expect yourself to be, okay, now I deserve the world because I'm giving you what I consider my world, or I consider something so precious to me. Women, our wombs are heavily connected to our emotions. You cannot, it's a lot of women who will say, oh, I can have sex without even feeling any emotions. Baby, you need to heal. All right. Because that means you're blocking off some of your emotions. And then some people will say that and then be calling the dude 25 times. Oh, yeah, no, we can be friends with benefits and then fall in love with the man. And then be upset when he with another female. It doesn't make sense. And that's when you create delusions for yourself. If you're going to create a delusion, create a more beautiful one that's going to lead you to a more peaceful mindset. Not the possibility that you're going to end up pregnant and alone and being a single mom for a man that don't even want nothing to do with you. Make it make sense, y'all. Come on now. Really think about it. And now I'm able to see things more clearly because I'm not giving myself in a way to people that is really intimate to where they can just be all up in me and then feel the essence of heaven. Because that's what we have. We have the essence of heaven in our womb. Our wombs are portals. Our vaginas are portals to heaven. To heaven. To heaven. Ladies, your orgasm is 3 times as powerful as a man orgasm. Just let that sit in for a second. That's how necessary and how much it's really a lot about you and not as much about him as it is, because you have that power deep inside of you. He is supposed to be the key to opening up and releasing that power. And if he doesn't know how to do that for real, then you're going to get the lowest version and the lowest level of that experience when you can have the highest level by yourself. I said in a recent video, I know how to create peace by myself. If somebody is coming into my energetic field and they're not creating more peace with me or providing more peaceful mindset and security in my life, I don't want it. I don't want it. Take it back. Don't show it to me. It's not going to be received here. Because it's not coming from a genuine place of love. I want genuine love. A lot of us want genuine love. But we won't get that if we keep giving out something that is very precious to us. Something that is our treasure. Something that is very valuable. Men are not emotional creatures, ladies. They're not. They don't see your emotions and they don't understand your emotions the way you do. You cannot be upset for a man for not feeling the way that you do, not feeling as intense or connected like you do, because he's not connected to his emotions like you are. He's connected to his logic. He's connected to being rational. So if 1, 2, 3, and 4 don't add up, he's not going to, the math ain't mathing. And he's not going to put in the energy. He's not going to give you 8, 9, and 10. He's going to subtract and divide. And that's why there's a lot of single moms. Because we have to understand that we are worthy of love, pure love. And if we just want to be single moms and love ourselves and love our children, well, that's fine too. That's fine too, because masculine energy is there to be experienced. It is not necessary for it to be there. Like, and I know that's probably what make a lot of people upset. Like, what you mean? And I'm not saying that women are more superior than men. I'm just talking about the energetic understanding of women and men, which a lot of people don't have. Why women are so precious is because we are the creators of life. Men have the seed for that creation. They have a lot of seeds for that creation, right? Value yourself, ladies. Value yourselves. Value what you have. Value what you give. And value how you look at yourself in your sacred temple. Men, value yourself. Value how much energy you also share with these women out here who can be very vampiric, and they just want to have your child so they can use you. There are vampiric women out here just like there are vampiric men out here. It's women who just want to use and abuse just like it's men who just want to use and abuse. But it's all coming from a hurt, traumatic place. And a lot of us were hurt as children. A lot of us didn't feel secure as children. A lot of us didn't have the love that we needed and the nurturing that we needed as kids. So now as adults, we're still just big ass kids displaying that hurt that we experienced and from our childhood. We have to let go of old beliefs, old mindsets, and we have to really value ourselves. Because if we don't, we're going to constantly cause self-destruction in this world. When you have pain and you carrying your parents' pain and you putting that inside your children and creating more pain for them and more trauma for them and more hate inside their heart, hate is contagious. Like love is contagious. The more love you put inside yourself, the more you're able to give that love to others. The more love that you put into your children, the more love they're going to share with other kids and other people around in the world. We all have a connection and we're all able to influence each other on a strong internal level. But we have to realize how we want to do that, why we want to do that, and just putting things into action and not limiting ourselves. Sex is not just physical. You can experience it on so many levels. So many levels. I like to have sex through conversation is what I'm realizing. And it might just be, coming. That's a little part of my Gemini energy as well, just because I like to be mentally stimulated. But I'm realizing I enjoy that more than I like actual physical sex. That's a kicker. But you don't know until you actually start to discipline yourself. Start to actually create more intentions for yourself and what you want to experience and what you really want to attract. Because if you're somebody who is just throwing it out there, laying it all out on the table, opening yourself up, you literally imagine yourself as a holy temple and the door is locked and somebody knocking at the door. But you only letting in worthy suitors, right? So when you look through that peephole or that blind or whatever, you need to ask, what is your intention? What's the password? What's the code? Which is safety, security, genuine love, and wanting to support your healing journey, wanting to be there. I'm not saying being a crutch. I'm saying wanting to be there while they are still being there, having their own individual journey. That's what we have to allow. We have to create the space for each other to grow. Because if one person is growing and the other person isn't, there's not enough space there. It's not. Because if both people are growing, both people are expanding in themselves. So they're creating more space and more space and more space and more space. So it's allowing more things to attract to that union, to attract inside that circle, inside that bubble, inside that world that they have created. Because they have allowed space. And literally allowing space inside your relationships is so healthy. Knowing that your man or your woman have their own individual journeys, and you cannot control what their journey is supposed to look like. You can only help support it. You can only help influence it. But that's it, y'all. That's all I really wanted to talk about today. I love y'all. I hope that this message resonated with y'all. Please comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I love y'all. Peace.